Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to this week's Through the Lobby. I'm Stacey Karlsson. I'm the Managing Director and Founder of Goho, and we're a PR, marketing, and events agency based in London. As most of you know by now, we have started this series to look behind the scenes of some of our favourite hotels and speak to our favourite hoteliers about what the experiences can be there. And this week, we're joined by Ratnesh from the Exclusive Collection, which own some of the beauties like Penny Hill Park and the Manor House, which I've stayed at, and then amongst others. But do you want to introduce yourself and talk to us about a few of your properties?
Yeah, sure. So thanks for having me, Stacey. I'm Ratnesh from the Exclusive Collection. So we've got 6 properties in the south of England, 100+ experiences across the collection. So all of our properties are country houses. How I describe them is home away from a home. I'm currently sat in one of the lounges at Penny Hill Park as we kind of prepare to reopen. Yeah, it's that home away from a home feeling that we look to create. So my role is I head up business development, so managing a lot of partnerships that we have from a variety of organizations, so from sporting teams to fashion houses to everything in between. So I absolutely love it. Yeah, it's good to be on as well with you, talking about our kind of plans to come back.
Yeah, definitely, because you're one of the hotel groups that you're opening really soon, actually, quite soon, aren't you? So we can talk through some of the procedures you put in place and the opportunities that are available for everybody watching to kind of get involved and enjoy your amazing properties, because I've certainly enjoyed them before. I'm looking forward to doing so again.
Yeah, love to have you.
Shall we, you've got a short video that we can just watch. Should we do that first before we crack on?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Wow. So do you want to talk us through quickly, for those that don't know, what the Rugby Connection is there?
Yeah, so I wanted to show that video because instead of kind of focusing in on any of the properties, to just kind of highlight the history of Exclusive. So the company started 39 years ago, going into our 40th year next year. And one of the kind of partnerships we've had for a long time is with the England rugby team. So that was Eddie Jones, who's the current manager of the England rugby team, and he contributed in this video with us. Another familiar face, if you might have seen, was Johnny Wilkinson as well, who kicked the winning kick in the Rugby World Cup win 2003, I think it was. And we just got them kind of together to demonstrate. It covered a variety of our properties, but also to showcase what we're all about in terms of people, teamwork, service, and all of that good stuff without it being too in your face. It's not, I guess, the Marks and Spencer's advert demonstrating the opulence of our properties. So it's more the kind of friendliness and welcoming feeling that we have. And we believe, like, when you have strong teams, you can create some amazing experiences, and that's what we kind of wanted to showcase in that video. So I thought it'd be a good place to start to kind of introduce Exclusive.
Yeah, definitely. And rugby as well, it's nice. I mean, we touched on, didn't we, when we were just testing the sound and stuff about the Premier League, but we're not going to go down that route today, guys. So I think Alistair there probably have something to say, you know, to put in about the football, but we're not going to do that. So as well, I keep forgetting to do this, but you've also given a really amazing prize, which we're going to give away to one of the viewers today. Do you want to just talk us through that prize?
Yeah, so it's a bed and breakfast voucher. So with the kind of uncertain times, happy to kind of extend it for the next year or so whenever someone's comfortable to travel. But it's across Pennyhill Park, South Lodge and the Manor House, as they're the three properties we're reopening first. So if someone was looking to get out in July, then they could make use of that. And then we like to stay local with our partnerships as well. So we partner with a company called Ridgeview as well. And Ridgeview is a wine estate in Sussex. They won Winemaker of the Year last year as well. So you'll have a bottle of Ridgeview on arrival as well. So it's all about kind of our staycation campaign, which we're pushing out over the next couple of months. So it's just to kind of complement a few bits that we'll talk on. So yeah, good luck to whoever wins it. Yeah.
So there you go. We'll ask a question at the end, and then we'll give you like a minute to answer it. And then out of the correct answers, I will use a random number generator to count down the numbers, and then whoever wins the prize. Unfortunately, I can't win it, which I'm a bit gutted about. But I mean, I'm probably going to be knocking down your door soon anyway, mate.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Anyway,
anytime.
Don't say that. I will literally be there all the time. Alistair's just asked, actually, was that the famous gin bar in Castle Combe at the Manor House? Was that in the video?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's got 100+ gins there. Some are like really rare, some are like more common, but yeah, we've got the famous gin bar that's well spotted there by Alistair on the video. Yeah, it's at the Manor House, and I've got a slide on it, so I'll talk about that in a bit as well. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, cheers. Here we go. Yeah. Here's my Friday tipple. Yes, yours as well. Does everyone want to know what we're drinking this week?
I'm having a cheeky Sambuca.
He's on the Sambuca. Are you at Pennyhill Park right now?
Yeah, so we've got
Is that where you are?
Yeah, I'm at Pennyhill. So we've got some clients coming in next week. So I just kind of raided what was in the fridge quickly, and I just found a bottle of Sambuca. Take me back to nostalgic times.
Exactly. Why not? Happy Friday. Yeah. Right, let's get cracking anyway. So you've talked about your staycation kind of campaign, and you're opening up again on the 9th of July. Do you want to talk to us about some of the rooms and how much it costs to stay at your hotels?
Yeah, so at the moment we've got quite a cool offer on, which is 30% off if you stay 3 nights or more. The thinking behind our staycation campaign is people are looking for a change of environment with the current lockdown and all the kind of stuff that's been going on over the last couple of months. We really want to promote a safe place to come where you can kind of, if you're not able to go abroad, you can get a real good change of environment and scenery. So we're really fortunate that out of the four of our 6 properties, each bedroom is individually designed. So that will kind of help promote, you know, coming and visiting us. And if you have to visit us twice, then you can get a different experience at each of the properties as well. So one of the pictures that I wanted to start with was, this is South Lodge. So bit of history about Exclusive. So as I mentioned, we opened 39 years ago. And so Danny, who's our current MD, his father started the company, Mr. Pecorelli, and he was ex-Roque Forte Hotels. And this sounds a bit strange, but what he was known as is Mr. Bathrooms, because he had a real eye for detail when it came to bathrooms. So all of our properties have these unique kind of bathrooms, and this bathroom is actually within the room. So this is one of my favorite suites, and which is at South Lodge. And what you have is the bathtub with the curved TV in the room. So I stayed in this room before just to watch a football match, which is really sad. But it's ideal if you're like looking to go away with some really good views. So the views out of those windows look across the South Downs, which is fantastic. But then you have this curved TV with the bathtub in the middle, and then there's also a normal kind of shower as well within the bathroom. So this is kind of one of the styles of rooms that we have, which is at South Lodge. And this, again, if you go onto our website, you'll kind of get a good idea of what the rates are, but usually it starts at around £300, and then increases as the categories go up and up. But we also like to bring the spa into the bedroom. So this is your kind of dual tub bathroom at Penny Hill Park. So especially if you're going away as a couple, or if you're friends and you're comfortable like that, then it works as well. But there's a lovely bottle of Ridge View in the middle. So yeah, for the prize, if you wanted this room, I'm sure we could make this happen as well. And then yeah,
I want the prize.
Then we have about 60% of our bedrooms have these Aquavision TVs. So the remotes are waterproof, and it's basically watching TV in the bathroom, which until you've tried it, don't knock it. It's so much fun. So yeah, it's something else that we offer. And then this room is at Penny Hill Park again, but this is one of our suites. So it's a standalone suite called the Granary Suite. And if you're a big Instagrammer, then like this bathtub has got a lot of traction on Instagram. It might get you a few more follows, a few more likes if you get into this room, basically. So this copper bathtub that we have is kind of famous with a lot of influencers and a few of the guests that we get at Penny Hill as well. So yeah, it was just to show you the variety. It's like we have flats, so flat style rooms, so apartment style rooms, sorry, which are 2 floors. We have hot tub rooms. We have a 15-person jacuzzi tub. And then one of my favorite rooms is a bit like Marmite. It's called the Acacia Room, which has a lie-down shower. Some people aren't that keen on it, but I don't know what you think, Stacey, but I'm a fan. It's kind of, you lie down and shower, and it's just like that zero effort.
I don't think showers are that much effort anyway. I don't know what you get up to in the shower. But yeah, I don't know about lying down. Well, it sounds quite nice. It sounds a bit like a Turkish, like a hammam. If you go to a hammam, you lay down, don't you? People like wash you. It must kind of be like a technological version of that. Yeah,
basically, it's kind of like if you imagine, not that I go, but a sunning bed, and then the top bit being different kind of showers. That kind of so you can choose different programs, so hot and cold, and from different angles. So it's meant to be a therapeutic spa treatment as well. So we know that we're still in uncertain times about the spa. So a great thing we can talk about is the different kind of spa experiences we can offer within our bedroom. So again, that's something we can offer within our staycation kind of campaign is these kind of spa experiences within the bedrooms. But everything's kind of broken down on the website. So if you have a look on our website, then that can give you a bit more of a thorough guide on our bedrooms.
I don't know. Where is South Lodge, by the way?
So all of our properties in the south of England. South Lodge is close to kind of Gatwick Airport, so it's near Horsham Station, so 5-10 minutes away from there. Set in the South Downs, so some like beautiful views. And we opened a spa there last year, which was kind of the missing piece for that property as well. Which has got 89 bedrooms now. And another good thing about South Lodge is we've just renovated a cottage there. So if you're looking for these isolation stays of going away, I know the bubbles will constantly change, but as the bubbles increase, they've got 4 or 5 suites within the cottage. So if there's a group of you that wanted to have a little party or, you know, gathering or mark an occasion, or just a bit of respite for the extended family, or if you have a big family, that those kind of things as well, is some of the stuff that we'll be talking about. But I don't want to kind of go into too much detail about that right now, but it's just to let people know that there's creative ways of going away and feeling comfortable. And we also know everyone's going to have a different level of comfort as well as time passes.
But that is something you could do, because obviously, you know, with us being an events agency and lots of our clients, we do events for people. Some of the other hotels have been doing kind of mini buyouts, which is like you said, like that cottage environment, or if there's like bits of the hotel you can almost exclusively hire out rather than the entire place. But that is something we could talk about if anybody has the need or requirement.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got things like we own a pub. That property, one of the viewers mentioned, the Manor House has a pub there which we own called the Castle Inn. So you could take over the whole pub. Like imagine if you had an event brief for, I don't know, 10 senior leaders, and they could, have the meeting and live in the pub, which works really well. Like I mentioned, the cottage at South Lodge, but also Langston House, for example, is only 50 bedrooms. So we're offering it out as a buyout for like groups of 20 or more, or depending on the budget, even if it was 10 people, we can work on a buyout sort of proposal. So yeah, we're really encouraging buyouts as one of the kind of safest ways of creating this biosecure bubble that we're encouraging, and that's what we're implementing at our hotels. For events as well. So I just wanted to show you a few of the sort of layouts that we're kind of talking about as well with clients at the moment. So I don't know what you think of this setup, but it's just, this was for a show round I did last week with a football team. And as much as football teams are traveling together, they're also wanting to stay as socially distant. I don't know if that's the right way of pronouncing, but stay socially distant as much as possible when they're on site. So this is something that we kind of highlighted to them, and they really liked it, because we're going to have the ruler and the measuring stick out if people want really the 2 meters, but with football teams it was a bit unique because they've got exclusivity of the property. So we're just kind of demonstrating different sort of designs that people can do. This is another layout at Phantom's Hall as well. So yeah, we're being proactive. We have like updated capacity charts and encouraging the buyout scenario as well.
Yeah, it's best if anybody, we're not going to talk too much about events at the moment, because obviously everything keeps changing all the time. And until the government kind of give it the thumbs up, it's really hard to, talk too much about what you can do at present. So I guess the best thing is if people do want to arrange a buyout or an event, or you've got any brief, then send it through and we can work on it and we'll come back to you with the best solution. I mean, you guys are just amazing and exclusive. You're so flexible, and you want to make everything work, but obviously we've got to still obey the law. So the best thing you can do is email us hello@thisisgoho.com and we'll do our best for you. This is one of your meeting rooms, I guess.
Yeah, this is just one of the final kind of spaces I wanted to show. So that was a few of the kind of socially distanced layouts. This is just the power room at Penny Hill Park. So this is where a lot of the kind of tactics happen for the England rugby team. But again, it is for those companies who are looking to do those real smaller events. Maybe they got a group of 5 or 10, and this is an isolated part of the hotel. So it has its own bathroom. You can kind of put your food and drink within another room, and we can leave it there for someone to kind of, you can dip in and out of. So it's a bit more creative and a bit more DIY, the way we're doing that.
Reasons why.
Hello, I think Stacey's on the internet, so I'll take over.
I love it. Substitute in.
Sorry, hi everyone. No. Sorry, so where were we at? What were you going?
I was just wrapping up on the kind of meetings and events side of what we're doing. This is just a document that we can share with the viewers as well, that we'll forward on to you guys at Goho, just about some of the ideas that we've got about what we're doing within the meeting rooms in terms of having loads of sanitization points, different capacities, and how we're planning to disinfect each of the rooms. So we're going to have a fogging machine, like I don't know if you ever watched Ghostbusters, but that fogging machine will completely disinfect a room as well. So it was just to kind of touch upon those points about how we're planning to do meetings and events. but moving on, was the gin bar that one of the viewers mentioned earlier. So we really want to focus in on all the experiences that we have and showcase those as well. So this is the gin bar at the Manor. I don't know about you, but I'm dying to kind of have a drink when it's not in a home environment.
Well, same. It's not the same, is it?
No.
I can't wait to go to a bar or a pub and just ask for a drink. It makes, it tastes so better. I don't know what it is, but it definitely back. Yay!
No.
Right, I'll leave you to it.
Sorry, everyone. There you go. It's never a dull moment here. I just saw the gin. I was like, I have to get back for the gin. Thanks, Liv. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right. You're testing my skills of thinking on the spot, aren't you, Stacey?
There you go. Yeah. Well, the next question was going to be, what makes your hotel different from any other? And you just touched on the gin bar, but have you got any other points?
Yeah. So I wanted to really kind of focus in on the experiences that we've got across our properties. So this is at the Manor House, and this is the gin bar, which has got 100+ gins, and then this is the pub that I was talking about before. So again, at the Manor House, you have a beautiful row of cottages, and the row of cottages, which are all kind of part of the accommodation, finish with this pub called the Castle Inn. So you can buy that out, or obviously if it's open, then you can dip in there for a drink or a bit of food. And then we also have a golf course at the Manor. So Manor really is that perfect staycation vibe. If you're going away and you want, one person wants to play golf and the other person wants to kind of just chill and go for a walk and then finish off the evening in the pub, it works really, really well.
It is absolutely amazing there as well. It's so beautiful. And that also, a little fact for you, Castle Combe, this village that it's in, is where they filmed loads of things there actually. But you know, Stardust, has everyone seen that? That was the village in Stardust. Yeah.
And also Warhorse, you know, when they have that kind of calling to go to war and he rings the bell, that happened in this village. So yeah, Castle Combe is a stunning place. And then this is our pizza oven at Leyton House. So we're hoping to open this up as well. So we've got 18 alfresco sort of experiences across the collection. So when it comes to food, the things that we can say right now is we're going to have an app which will allow contactless ordering, and we're going to enhance our sort of room service offering as well. And we're removing the tray charge, which is something that used to wind me up a lot when I used to stay at hotels. So that's going as well. But then what also we're encouraging is right now we are going to offer restaurant dining, but we don't know what that looks and feels like until we get complete guidelines and guidance on that. But that will be an option that we're going to offer. But the safest option we can offer right now is alfresco dining. So we're going to really expand what we used to do and use all of the kind of 18 different options that we have across the hotels. And this is one of them, which is a pizza oven. So imagine a glass of Pimm's pizza experience. You're socially distanced, really kind of safe, and really something different, and a bit of normality as well. At Leyton, we have our own birds of prey as well. So when you go for walking, it's just like going to stay with us forever now. So when you go for a walk across the grounds at Leyton, you won't get bored. You can bump into these kind of birds as well, which is really nice. And this is the golf course at the Manor. So again, vast array of like 18 holes and a lot of space, a lot of walking golf. We've reopened the golf course as well. So that's one of the operations which is back up and running. So at the moment, it's only to members, but hopefully when we reopen, we can incorporate guests as well into that. And this is just to kind of give you an idea of the ground. So these ground, we've got around 35 acres at the Manor at Phantom's Hall here. So these Italian gardens are backed onto some Japanese tea gardens as well. So for those that are really kind of interested in walking and safely kind of, just getting some fresh air, this works really well. So it's really the 6 properties, I say, all have their own personas which fit other people's personas in terms of what they're looking for when they're looking for a getaway. And I think it really is about just kind of seeing what experience you're looking to get and then we're hopefully able to offer an option within our group. Stacey, one of the things I just quickly wanted to touch on that I think people might be interested in is how we plan to reopen safely. Do you mind if we talk about that?
No, absolutely. That's a great idea.
So we spent over £150,000 back into the properties over the last couple of months to ensure we create a safe environment for guests. So we've been very thorough with our safety procedures, but we don't want it to feel clinical. So we want people to still feel like they're getting an experience when they're coming away, but they have that peace of mind that they're safe. So one of the main things we're going to have across all of our properties is temperature checks. So that's for our staff and our guests. So I'll be doing a post on LinkedIn later next week, which will show how seamless the temperature checking is. So you walk up to this pod and it calculates your temperature and gives you the green light. And if it does give a red light, then we have internal procedures to manage that. And then other things like reducing kind of our occupancy and capacity across the properties, and using those fogging machines that I was talking to Liv about, which completely disinfect the room, but also disinfect all the event spaces and all the open areas. And we're going to leave 24 hours between a guest checking out and a guest checking in. And I think with most businesses, they're going to be more contactless. So we're going to have our own exclusive collection app. So whenever you're at a property, you can check in like you would when you're going on a flight, which will kind of ask you your arrival time and maybe even guide you straight to your room upon arrival. You can settle your bill, order food, book any kind of treatments, because we're able to offer initially just to members some basic kind of manicure and pedicure treatments at the spas, as well as on the 9th of July. That's as far as we're allowed at the moment. But also this kind of contactless communication. And we're going to have these care packages that we'll put into the rooms as well, which will give you your own hand sanitizers and hand sanitizing wipes. But one thing that we've noticed the trend is that people working out more from home. So we're going to put exercise mats within the rooms, highlight where walking routes that people can take, and for the keen runners as well. You'll have like a full, whether it's on the app or within the room, like running trails highlighted to you. So it's shifting with the trends, whilst there's some new trends that have come. It's also making sure people feel safe. And we feel like when you enter any of our bubbles at the properties, you should feel like you're safe, but you're able to kind of drop your shoulders, relax, and have a good time. Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things that stood out for me. Your app, I think, is really ingenious, to be honest, because you're not just, it's not like just room service, is it? You're still doing restaurant quality, amazing food, and you can deliver it wherever people are on your property. So if they're out in the Japanese garden, I'm saying it, but I think that's what, you can deliver it to different places. So they don't just have to stay in their room and get room service, do they?
No, exactly. So basically, wherever you're able to dine, there will be sort of a friendly note there telling you can eat here. And then that note would have something like a number or something that will recognize where you're at. And you just put that on the app and then you can order that. So it's like people are there to support you and help you. But if you initially want to stay away from staff and other guests, you can do that seamlessly at the properties through this app.
Yeah, that's a brilliant, really, really good idea. I haven't heard about that from any other hotel yet, so well done. And I'm looking forward to seeing that. Please give us some feedback when it gets going, and we'll try and give everybody some as well, because like I said, I'll be there queuing up.
Definitely.
Well, we've got to nearly the end of our 30 minutes, which is a shame. Can you quickly answer one thing which everybody always likes to? We have quite a few viewers that come every week, and that's who your favorite guest has been. Okay.
Do you mean like, what do you mean by that?
It can be whatever you want it to be. But who's been your favorite, or your favorites? There might be a few of them.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but probably we love Johnny Wilkinson down here. He's just for me in my role. It's great to have that kind of partnership with Johnny as well. But when guests see him, they light up. So if you're doing a show round, especially with younger women or just women in general, their faces light up when they see Johnny Wilkinson. So it's like, I wish I could plant him on every show round, because he is such a nice person to look at, and he's one of like the country's, you know, sweethearts.
Yeah.
But personally, for me, when I was overwhelmed, was when we only had him for like half a day. Was Eminem, and
no way, wicked.
And he was. I bumped into him and I said hello, pretending I was not part of the staff, so I'd get into trouble if anyone heard about it. But it was a very casual encounter. But he was my idol growing up in terms of the musical. I used to love his music, and I couldn't get my words out. Basically, I uttered and muttered and just walked off. Basically, but he's got an intense stare. So yeah, like if you look him in the eye, it's just like, wow, like you're a little bit like, oh, this is scary.
Nah, thanks for that. Someone's just said that maybe your app designer could help the government with theirs. Good point, guys.
yeah. Well,
we'll recommend you.
we don't want to sing and shout about it until we've like fully got it working and people have used it, but we're all trialing it internally, and it looks really user friendly. So yeah, fingers crossed that will turn out well. If you need
anybody else to help you in that group, you know, to work out if they test all the different seating and food types, then me and my team are on call. So just give us. Right, thank you so much. I feel like we could keep talking for another half an hour, but unfortunately we do have to call it a day. Everybody, if you've got any inquiries or if you want any more questions or anything, you know, email us hello@thisisgoho.com and we can put you in touch with Ratnesh and the team at Exclusive Collection. But now we've got the competition quickly. And the question is going to be, lots of people are very interested in this pub, but what is the name of the pub? You got 1 minute to answer, and then we'll pick one randomly. You got it right, of course.
Do you remember it, Stacey?
Of course I do. That'd be a bit bad if I was like, You said it quite a few times.
Yeah, I think I did. So just flicking through a few of just a nice little backdrop of our spa to finish on.
Do it. The spa is that a Penny Hill Park?
That's the new one at South Lodge. So yeah, but as soon as we have information on that, on spa reopenings, we will obviously share that through our social media, and we'll share it with you guys so you can share it with your clients as well. Stacey, so
yeah, brilliant. Okay, that's about it. So we've got 1, 2, 3. It was the Castle Inn. Well done, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the correct number, well, everyone's correct actually, but the winning number is number 4. So it's not. This probably isn't the most technological way of doing it, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Alistair Williams, congratulations! Oh, congratulations! There we go. We'll put you into pub. Yeah, I don't think you get to have the whole pub for that, but you get a one night stay, or you can pay extra.
I can send him a quote for the pub if he wants.
Yeah, defo. And go through us, obviously. Yeah. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ratnesh, and the Exclusive.
Thanks for having us.
All amazing. It's brilliant, half hour. And please keep in touch, everyone, and keep chatting if you want on the chat. And we'll see you all soon. Thanks.